Hi, this is Wendy, your host of the To Be Known Mental Health and Wellness channel. This is part 3 of a 5-part series on preparing the host for their guest. Part 3 focuses on So the first thing you do, first stage of trauma work, is safety and stabilization.
Yep.
And that's what you're going to be doing now. A place to be, a bed, like you said, starts of a plan, connection to family and friends, safety, stabilization, meaning what are the symptoms that they're experiencing. So depending on if they're all the way here or they're still over here. Okay, so now we get into I'm here, but I hear a noise. Someone drops a plate, boom, I'm right here. All right, so I may be living in this, very bad for me, long-term bad prognosis, heart disease. So you're in this state of arousal.
That's like adrenal fatigue, right? If you stay
You got it. You got it. Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Okay. So there's two things you're trying to do: safety and stabilization. Part of what safety and stabilization is you're doing everything you can to help them have some resources, some things they can do that when they feel they're here, and recognizing that, yep, they can get back to, at the very least, blue, is to understand, if possible, start getting to a place where they can see what's getting them into orange and right, and that they can recognize, yeah, orange and get back to blue. That's the goal. Okay, that's the stabilization. I understand I'm reaching orange. What do I do to get back to blue? That's it. Okay, that's the first stage. Now, some really simple exercises you can do. Right, first would be working with the physical. Okay. So understanding the activation that my heart is beating fast and my breaths are very shallow. Okay. So we want to slow down the heartbeat and get deep breaths. Yep. So really easy. One hand on your belly, one hand on your chest, 4 deep breaths that go like this. I breathe in for 6. I breathe out for 6. I do that 4 times. That will slow my heartbeat. That will deepen my breathing. I will, if I'm anywhere here, I'm going back towards here immediately.
Okay.
Easy, right? Other things, other things I can do is understand where my vagus nerve is. Okay. So my vagus nerve at the surface, where it's most accessible, is in my ears, in and around my ears. Okay. So massaging my ears, even sticking my finger into and massaging in there. Okay. Okay. That will calm my vagus nerve. My hairline. So any rubbing on my hairline, again, behind the ears, base of, my neck, where my hairline meets my neck, that's going to feel great. That's going to release the tension in the vagus nerve. And my favorite, the chicken dance. So if you take your thumb and find the sore spot, you'll feel it.
Wow.
All right. So we're rubbing that sore spot and we're taking slow, deep breaths. And probably what's helpful is to just do some grounding at that point. That is just, I'm looking around. I see a door. My shoes are brown. I can hear the birds. I smell dinner. Okay, that's getting me to now. Okay. No judgment, no reflection. Just what's around, what now, what's happening right now. And that'll calm you.
Okay.
It's like a shortcut. It's not about talking. It's not about thinking. It's not about reflecting. It's going straight to the system and relaxing the system. Now, other tools for people that are more integrated, things that they can actually engage with, right? So something called dual awareness. And this is how I'm starting to learn when I'm going from blue to orange. Okay. But again, right as they land, probably not ready for that yet. Okay. A little further on, when I can start controlling it now, I'm at a point where I can actually regulate myself, is starting to understand, how do I know that I've gotten into orange? And so great exercise called dual awareness. And it's actually, this is really fun to engage with someone with. And again, you're not talking about what happened, what you've been through, what you're hearing, not even what's triggering you. So it's really removed. But you're teaching them this tool. So first part of dual awareness is internal awareness. So what you're basically doing is you're observing. You start with your toes, you work all the way to the top of your head. What you're observing is how different parts of your body actually may feel different. So like if I'm thinking about my toes right now, my toes are kind of cold, but the rest of my feet are warm. That's interesting. My calves are relaxed, not tight, relaxed. Knees are relaxed. Again, no judgment here, just kind of what's going on here. My thighs are relaxed, but I can feel like my butt's a little tight. Right? My stomach, I'm aware maybe I'm a little hungry, like, and that actually I can kind of feel that all the way up to here, that maybe I'm a little hungry, time to have something to eat. My chest is not tight, but my shoulders are. Am I clenching my teeth? Am I fisting my hands? Because my body's telling me a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on? So that's the internal awareness. Then the external awareness. And this is a really good tool for someone that can engage in it. I've done this with clients that have actually, like, if they've needed to, they've gotten their kids involved. Like they're having a high anxiety and they're watching their kids and they need a minute to get their head straight. They'll engage their kids with this and call it the name game.
Okay.
And all you're doing is, what do I see? What do I hear? I'm putting a name to things, like what I just did, right? Sky's blue. I see a bird. I can hear the birds singing. I feel the wind on me. The temperature is cool, but not cold. I can feel the sun on my cheek. I see a white door, a brown bench. My glasses cases is white. My Kindle is black. No judgment, just very simply, it's also a grounding technique. I can do it anywhere in my head. I can engage someone else with it, trying to look after my kids, having trouble with that. And I say, mommy needs. So something that I can use this tool, but here's the fun part. We put those two things together, the internal and the external. And the exercise that we use is, you stay where you are. I may move, I'll simulate as best I can. I may move all the way back here. Okay. And I'm going to ask you, how does it feel for you to engage with me this far back? What's going on for you? Does it feel, are you comfortable, uncomfortable? What's happening? Right. So you may say you feel kind of far. Right. Yeah. What's going on in your body? And what you did when I came this far is you put your head forward.
I did.
Yeah. Okay. So do you feel anything inside? All of a sudden is your chest tight? Are you wanting to reach? Or what's going on? Okay. Then I very carefully say, can I take another step? Can I take a step forward? And now I go, okay, how's that? And we do the same thing. Right.
Okay.
Again, being really careful of how close you can get. What happens now? Okay, so you don't want to get too close, but you want to get close enough, or even if you demonstrate, depending on what's going on with the person, you may want to demonstrate versus do it with them. What'll happen when you get close is they'll feel it in their belly. They'll respond in their body. So any movement you kind of recognize, you move, or they may even move to the side. Okay, so any movement you're kind of recognizing. So your body is telling you that you've been triggered. This is how you're demonstrating. Your body is telling you. You feel it here, you feel it there, your teeth have cleansed, your hand's doing this. But basically what you're trying to do is just help people understand when they've been triggered so that they don't walk around with that, so that they go back and they use their tools. Like I can feel it in my stomach. I can see it in my hands. My teeth are clenching, I know that, and all it may be is there's too many people in here, or it might be somebody I don't know, or it might be the look of you is threatening, or I can't see my child right now, or what, like it could be any of that. And then add another and another and another. And before you know it, you've escalated into orange, red, maybe even purple. So you recognize the orange.
Yep.
And that's when you stabilize. Ben, do you have any questions before I jump into?
No, I mean, but I move forward because is that just because you're my friend?
It doesn't mean bad. It's not necessarily bad. It's just a reaction, right?
Yeah.
So it's you're too far away. That's not comfortable to have a personal conversation when you're that far away. So I'm getting closer to you. Perfectly. Yeah. But your body's telling you how you feel, right? Just like you would move back if that was someone's invaded your personal space. All different things with grounding. Yoga is great. Formal mindfulness, all these things you can get online. Informal mindfulness, that's something you could lead people with really easy. Like if you were just sitting at the, in Milna, looking out on the water, and what you're wanting people to do is, again, non-judgmentally observe. And so I'm looking out and I'm seeing the birds are flying and I'm following this particular bird. And it's going that way. Is it going to a tree? Then my mind's on, then I see the tree and I notice the tree and that may lead me there. But I'm not saying, I'm not going like, oh, I see a building. I wonder what they use that building for. What would I do with that building if I had that building? I'm not doing that. Just like I'm aware, what am I aware of? I'm aware of the building. I'm aware of this. I'm aware, that's very grounding in the now. And that doesn't feel dangerous to someone who's experienced a trauma.
Got it.
So, okay. So that's the first stage. That's the longest stage. Safety and stabilization can go on anywhere from a couple weeks to a couple years. And you're wanting them to, again, know how to ground themselves. All kinds of great videos on grounding, like even, standing up and moving side to side slowly and back and forth slowly until you kind of come, almost like what is it called on the piano?
Pendulum? Oh,
yeah.
Metronome?
Yeah, like that, right? Just kind of doing a little bit of that until you come to the center or side to side. All kinds of great different things that you can do. Plenty of them on there that kind of help you feel grounded and centered. You'll recognize them in your yoga stretches. It's kind of where you find your spot anything that finds your spot.